Relationship for Dumbasses by Orphaned Account on AO3. Episode 6. Chapter 3. Scars. His life changed when he met Toshinori Yagi, aka All Might, one of the greatest Japanese-American army generals in history. Well, okay, so he doesn't really meet him personally, but Toshinori was recruiting for the UA Military University, so he was speaking to the whole damn high school about applying. Yes. What is it, my boy? Toshinori asked when Midoriya asked him to talk in private. I'm just asking for a friend, but, if, let's say, he nervously licked his lips. Let's say someone who has no special talents, is not very athletic, or naturally smart. Can he still get into UA? Toshinori didn't say anything for a while, and Midoriya felt his heart deflate. It's okay. It wasn't like he was expecting much anyways. He jumped when Toshinori's hand fell on his shoulder. I sincerely doubt that. But how about you apply and see what happens? Midoriya didn't even correct him that it's his friend who has the issue, not him. Summer before university, Midoriya fell in love. He worked his ass off for the entrance exam and came into UA's testing center looking like he's only got 1 hour of sleep because that exactly happened. He looked around clean, proper, muscled teens everywhere. He had never seen a room filled with so many perfect people. The door opened, and the last person to arrive entered, and Midoriya's eyes just about fell off his skull. Matted ash blonde hair, bruises on every uncovered inch of skin, a white bandage under his eye and on his cheek. The guy was chock full of scars. He must have noticed people looking because he barked out, "The fuck are you staring at, huh?" And everyone hurriedly turned their attention elsewhere. Later, he hears that dude was jumped 2 nights ago, and where any normal punk might have gotten killed, he actually fought them off. If that wasn't badass, Midoriya doesn't know what the hell was. The guy was a force to be reckoned with. 15 minutes before the timer went off to signal the end of the written test, he had handed it in. The first one done. During the push-up test, he was the last one on the ground. Pump, 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 until the projector, finally, he was strong enough, so he was okay to stop. The mile run, 6 minutes, 47 seconds. And this was the guy who limped through the doorway. Midoriya barely made it under 9 minutes. Arms weak, legs spaghetti, and that's a record for him. This guy no doubt was amazing. He was everything Midoriya wasn't. Another fucking miracle, and Midoriya is at UA opening ceremony for those who tested in. In the acceptance letter, it said something about his reckless drive and spirit, so he figured they must have seen how pathetic he was and took pity on him. The teacher, call me Midnight, she winked, yelled for the freshman representative to take the stage. Bakugou Katsuki! Midoriya practically glowed with admiration for the beat-up guy, looking significantly more healed now, stalking up to the stage to give a brief, blunt speech that basically summed up to, I'm gonna be number 1. Everyone around him jettered and shouted, but Midoriya didn't once doubt his words. Midoriya registered as a pre-med student with a minor in English and no extra gym class because his athletics are absolute garbage. Later he learns that Bakugou is a chemistry major. He signs up for chemistry classes in hopes of meeting him, but ends up getting a different time. He tries to stay positive. This was a new school and he could make new friends. Real friends. What he doesn't account for, however, was that one of his childhood tormentors also got accepted into UA. Hi, I'm Midoriya. Enthusiastic, big smile, warm handshake. All the boxes in the How to Make Friends section in his Relationship for Dummies book were checked off. His roommate looks at him, expression indismissible, and turns away. He tries again with other people. Same reaction. Did he need to reread the book? Then he understands why. Isn't that the kid who tried committing suicide in high school? I don't want to be a part of that drama. How do you even get accepted? His mumbling is so annoying. He's kind of pathetic. He stops, trying to make friends. Hi, I'm Todoroki Shoto. Big, enthusiastic smile, warm handshake. While Midoriya thinks he could work on the enthusiastic part a bit more, Guy had a peppermint poker face. Let's be friends. Okay. He says stunned. Okay. Todoroki's a weird guy. Half his hair is white and half is red. On the left side of his face is a large, aged burn scar. Midoriya's arms itch in response. How'd you get that? Midoriya asked, because he has no sense of self-preservation. Fuck. He already broken one of the rules in his Relationship for Dummies book. Good thing Todoroki has no sense of self-preservation either. My mom, he says, then pauses. Well, my dad. And they leave it at that. His mom demands he calls her at least once a week. Midoriya doesn't complain because, 1, she used to want daily calls, and 2, this was the only way he at least had someone to talk to. The formal, well, when your only son jumped off a rooftop in an effort to end his life, not only a year ago, you tend to worry. Izuku, are you sure you'll be alright? She had fretted before he boarded the plane. Do you have your toothbrush? Your handkerchief? Your allergy medicine? Clean underwear? Oh my god, what about... Mom, I'm fine. He had said, don't worry, alright? How can I not worry? Do you know how to properly do laundry? Oh, what will you eat if I'm not there to cook for you? Her hands were a bit of a blur, wriggling out of her sides, smoothing her bangs, lifting up to her face as if to check her own temperature and rising heartbeat at the thought of her baby bird leaving the nest. Passengers will be boarding in 5 minutes. Mom, I gotta go. Okay. She closed her eyes, breathed out, opened them, and looked at Izuku for the last time in possibly a long time, taking in how his hair had grown out, how tall he's gotten, how his cheeks have gained more freckles, how his eyes look a bit greener, how it seemed like yesterday he was 5 years old and playing with action figures. Izuku, she said with a watery smile, promise me something, okay? Promise that you'll keep on trying and smiling, okay? Don't you ever think you're not worth nothing because you mean the world to me. And someday you will hold that same meaning to someone else. So don't you ever scar your poor mother like that. Promise me. She put her arms up around him like she did all those months ago. And Izuku, like any newborn adult who doesn't know a thing about the world, accepts his duty to placate his mother. Promises without a lot of thought. Okay. He says, laying heavy on his heart. Heavy like his arms around his mom. Heavy like the luggage he dragged to the boarding gate. Heavy like the loud hustle and bustle of the airport crowd. And like the silence of the empty dorm room. 2 months into UA, he's sitting alone in his bed, reading, but not really reading. This is where reason 2 comes in. Izuku, you're late. His mom's voice cracks through the speakers, strained by the long distance. Sorry, he says sheepishly, scratching at his head, even though he knows she can't see it. It's okay. She forgives him easily. College is getting a little hard, I know. Do you at least have friends to take you out? Maybe to take you away of your calling time with your mom so you could have some fun? Mom, I'll always have time for you, don't worry. She laughs, but presses on about friends. Yeah, I've made some friends. We go out sometimes. He made a couple friends, he thinks. Okay, maybe only one? At least he thinks Todoroki is his friend. It's pretty hard to tell when Todoroki barely responds to him and he doesn't know his name. But Todoroki doesn't outright shun him, so he counts that as a win. And going out, well, technically going out of bed to go to class and greeting someone by the door counts, right? Oh, that's great, Izuku. I am so proud of you. She says, like most people don't make friends all the damn time. It's like the first time you had a play date. You were so excited to play with those boys. Mom, he whispers embarrassed. I'm not 5. You will always be my baby, though. Okay, well, don't let me keep you going out with your friends. Go on now. I'm gonna cook some dinner. I love you, Izuku. I love you, too, he says, and ends the call. He shuffles to the corner of his bed, bringing his knees under his chin, and stares into the empty space. Okay, so, what the fuck? I will say, I don't know why I started singing. I will say, I feel so bad for Izuku. That's all I have to say. So far, this is really interesting. A really different perspective of Izuku in the sense of like how he grew up and stuff like that. I don't know what's worse, having Bakugou in his... Also, oh my god, wait, hold up. Izuku fell in love, or not fell in love, but had a crush on his Bakugou since opening ceremony since tryouts or whatever it's called, the entrance exam stuff. Oh my god, Todoroki, you never stood a chance, my dude. And it's also one-sided, because that's another thing that I was worried. I'm like, okay, it's one-sided BKDK, but what side? Is it Izuku likes Bakugou or Bakugou likes Izuku? Because if it's Bakugou likes Izuku and Todoroki likes Izuku, but Bakugou and Todoroki be, you know, friends with benefits, that's gonna get messy. But I don't, either way, this is messy, because either way, Izuku likes Bakugou, but, okay, Todoroki likes Izuku, but Izuku likes Bakugou, but Bakugou doesn't like anyone right now, but he's kind of banging Todoroki, and at one point he's gonna start liking Kirishima. Is this how regular love lives be acting sometimes, guys? I wouldn't know. I have a significant other that I love so dearly, and it's not this complicated. Is this normal, guys? Guys, tell me in the comments, what is the most complicated love experience you've ever had? Guys, please. Okay, this is... I'm so confused. Okay. I think it works, though, being confused and being like, wait, hold up. Because, like, you're sitting in the edge of your seat and, like, you're hooked. God damn it, this author has me hooked. This author has me fucking wrapped up around their fucking finger. God damn it, I've been played, guys. We've all been played. A moment of silence for being played. Okay, as always, my raindrops, make sure to eat, sleep, drink water, take your meds. Have a wonderful day or night. Link to our Discord server and socials are down in the description. Subscribe to see more of my content, and thank you so much for watching.